HK6able here, coming at you with a nimble deck profile. Basically nimbles and the nimble putt. I have nimble putt and the staple putt and frog putt. So let's start off with the nimble putt. Alright, 1 second, sorry. Now this deck is on the end. The deck is fairly cheap. I'm thinking about making it in real life. It's not really all that hard to make. Seems pretty easy and pretty cheap, and it looks like you can make it pretty fast. So let's start off with the main deck monsters. Alright, for the staples I run Snowman Eater at double. I run Bulid Glacier at 1. Deep Sea Diva 2. And Torbus at 1. Alright, let's start off with the real monsters, the nimble putt. I run 3 nimble angler. This is the guy that you want to stay in your deck. If he gets out of your deck, then he's pretty much dead draw or useless unless you're gonna overlay with him. He does your major plays. He sets them up for you with the field spell, or sets them up in general. It's a pretty good card. The main engine of the deck. You want to keep him inside of the deck, or else your deck is going to become relatively useless. So you want to recycle this guy as much as you can, and do plays to recycle this guy as much as you can. But you also want to get him off as much as you can. Don't be shy with getting off his plays, because if you are, you're going to end up losing the duel. You have to get your engines up pretty fast. Next nimble monster is triple nimble manta. He's pretty, to be honest. I just use him to get off pretty much just as targets for the angler, because angler says when this card is sent from your hand or deck to the graveyard, you can special summon up to 2 level 3 or lower nimble monsters from your deck except nimble angler. So I usually just special summon him. But sometimes excuse me, I'm a little sick. But sometimes I get off like sunfish if I have no more targets for him, like him and a sunfish. Next up, you run triple nimble sunfish. Sunfish is the guy that you'll set for turn, because your opponent usually runs over him and they don't even know what he does. Once you run over him, you get the plus and bring out him, then send angler, then go 2 nimble monsters, which I usually go for manta. Yeah, and one more thing for the nimble putt. 2 nimble manga. A lot of people probably wouldn't run him. I run him. Just because he can be used as target and still can do the level 2 beatdown. Although he does seem a little weird when you try to do like the legendary ocean plays, because you're like, well, he's not a water monster, so you can't deal with him. Next, the frog putt. Triple swap frog. This guy is the main reason why you run the frog putt. He basically normal or special him, and he pitches out your angler from your hand or deck, and you go 2 nimbles, and then you're like 3, and then you can make level 5s. I run 1 dupe frog. Used to have this guy 3. He seemed pretty defective and boring at that, because I don't want to swap. I don't want to set him and have my opponent run over him and then go swap frog, because that's just too much for me. If I don't draw into him, I don't draw into him. So I just put him at 1. He seems more consistent at 1, and it speeds up the deck at 1. 2 rototing. You can pull him off by banishing your swap frogs. That's pretty good, because I like the, he lets me do okay, pitch swap frog, go rototing, overlay for a level 2 beatdown. Great, good, okay, gotcha. That's it for the frog putt of the monster build. Let's do spells. 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Mind Control, triple Moray great card, double Salvage, triple Lumiera, the Forgotten City, great card. Basically, for how many monsters you have on the field, the effect is also optional. Well, not optional, but you can do it once per turn, so you don't have to do it every turn. What's that? So basically what you do is, say if I have like 3 monsters on the field, then my monsters can become level 5 because they gain 3 stars. So usually I go for Trius or Andreas, but I'm gonna add Andreas, but I don't have him in the deck currently. The extra deck's still being worked on. The extra deck is the main thing in the deck. That's it for the spells. The traps, Solemn Brigade, double Mirror Force, triple Phoenix Chain. This card helps out the deck tremendously. As you notice, the monsters are very low level and very low attack. If you know these monsters' stats, that's why. Next up, double Bottomless, pretty good. Stops a lot of decks. It's standard. Side, I run double Thunder King. Usually if I'm siding, then I'm probably going to take out the Moonlong Glacia and Torbus. Because like Torbus is pretty good, because the only reason why I run Torbus is so I can get Angler back in the deck. Once you get Angler back in the deck, you probably have a play waiting for him, because in this deck you really do stack up, because your opponent gets tired of all the shenanigans, because some of the monsters have really strong defense and your opponent doesn't expect it. So you can go for level 2 beatdown, then once your opponent gets started, the Gachis and the Phoenix, then that's pretty good. Extra deck time. I won 1 Acid Golem, 1 Leviathan, 1 Bahamut Shark, 1 Shark Drake, 1 Arrow Shark, double Phoenix, Digusto Phoenix, great card, wonderful card, love it. It makes the deck worthwhile. Go 2 Gachi, powers up your Phoenix so you can get off 2 1900 attack beat stick plays. Next up, I run Trius, and I'm going to be running Andreas. Double Catastor. I'm thinking about taking this guy out altogether, because Deep Sea Diva is just not going with Snowman Eater. Whenever I get off Snowman Eater, Deep Sea Diva never comes. Short Breaker, great card. If you plus 1 more, you can bring him out. Big Eye, that's when all my slots are full, because as you can notice, there's only 3 monsters that's higher than level 2. Dark Mist, great card. Alright, HK6 Able here, heading out. That was my deck profile, my nimble frogs. Check me out on DN. My name is Darkstar80. That'll be in the description too.